Yo guys, welcome back. Shock here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my True King Dino list, including Needlefiber, in this upcoming March 2021 format here. But before we get started with that, guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe here on YouTube. Check out my Pokemon videos. There's primary stuff on my channel, to be honest with you. And also go check me out on twitch.tv/shockcgames in the description below, guys. I'm going to be streaming usually on Sundays from 2 to 4 and Wednesdays 2 to 4, but Wednesdays 2 to 4 might be getting switched from 6 to 8, so check that out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it, guys, and we will check out this list. So yeah, I'm really tired of people playing like Mystic Mine Turbo for these decks. It's really annoying for me personally, and I really like synchro cards. So this deck basically focuses on like really cool combos. Thanks so much for the support for this last profile that I did, guys, of dinos. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys basically the revisions that I've had for this list for this upcoming format. So first off, we're playing your 3 Oviraptor. Obviously that hasn't changed. It's the best normal summon of the deck. Archosaur is definitely the second best normal summon, but you really don't want to play more than the 3-2 ratio of 3 Oviraptor to Archosaur. We are playing his partner in crime, of course, which is the Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus, the fact that it can be discarded off of the Oviraptor normal summon is incredible. Interactions where you normal summon Oviraptor, you activate a Lost World, normal summon Oviraptor to chain block, or you can normal summon Oviraptor, they try and negate it, you Miscellaneousaurus. It's too strong, and then it's a 2-card combo to get either an OTK or have a really strong board that your opponent most likely won't be able to break. So it's really nice. These cards are also really good at playing around specific hand traps like Droll and Lancia, depending on what you have and what you have access to. But this deck is very resilient compared to, I think, most Dino lists. So we play 3 of each of those, and I am going to bring out all of our Dino engine at once here, just so you guys can kind of get the idea of what the main deck is all about. So 3 baby, 2 petite, and 2 archo. So these are all your like baby dinosaurs. But the idea behind these, you want to play more babies because in specific combos where we play Diagram, you need to have at least 4 babies in deck. And, you know, the 5th one is just extra, obviously, if you like trigger Lost World or whatever. And, you know, the cards are just incredible, obviously. Baby is much better than Petite in most of the scenarios, but the fact that Petite is 99% of the time a starter card is still really good too. Obviously, if you normal summon your Amenazor and Archosaur, which doesn't always come up, but it can come up, you can pop any of these babies and have full combo, which is really nice. So those cards are awesome. And then we are playing your 3 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Oh my god. So I actually bumped this card up to 3 because I was noticing with the deck that I actually played 5 bricks in total, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. I basically built this deck to be able to like play as few bricks as possible, like as many live cards as possible basically, and be as consistent as possible without playing any draw cards like Desires or something like that. I think my extra deck is way too valuable to waste it. Now the new card that came out is really good, so that card could be a consideration. However, it's really expensive right now, so I'm not considering it at the moment. But I do think that overall this deck is really consistent with how I've built it. And then we are playing 2 bricks, which is the 1 Giant Rex and the 1 Aeolo. Aeolo is the true brick in the deck, but honestly, Giant Rex a lot of times can be an extender, and Aeolo can sometimes not even be a brick as well if you draw a Diagram, because Diagram can, you know, your litho can pop it to get it to the graveyard or however you do that. But most of the time, if you draw this with your Diagram combo, you're going to want to be doing something a little bit more optimal with maybe 2 rank 4s. So yeah, that's it for the Dino portion of the list. I believe it is 18, which is quite a few dinos compared to normal. And then from there, we're playing 1 brick, which is the 1 Plague Spreader Zombie. But Plague Spreader Zombie is obviously like incredible. It's the only tuner that hasn't really been hit off Needlefiber that really deserves it, to be honest with you. We're going to abuse this thing as much as we possibly can. It's really good. It kind of reminds me of the Dark End Dragon deck, or the Dark End Dragon, sorry, Dark Armed Dragon deck. Really reminds me of that deck, Teledad, because you're able to like bring back a level 2 with a level 4, make a level 6 synchro, and then bring this back again to make a level 8 synchro, which is really cool. It's something that Teledad used to do back in the day, and they also had access to, you know, the Destiny Hero Malicious, which you could get a level 8 synchro from really easy. So I do like that this card can do that. Kind of reminds me of like synchro combo, which is basically why I play this version. The one litho sagem. So here's the thing, guys. I was testing the Fire True King, and honestly, it's horrible. Like, the times where it's good, it's okay. In the times where it's bad, it's god awful. It's literally just nothing in your hand. So I would, and the Ignimizud, of course, I really would not recommend playing this card. I like it because if you draw a litho diagram, then your diagram isn't dead. But at the same time, like, even though diagram is dead, that's only, like, it's a very rare thing to happen. I guess that you play set rotation in the main as well, but you can always get Lost World off of that. So it's not like that big of a deal. Like, you can always just get Lost World instead of litho and then just be protected from targeting. So yeah, just play one of this. I think if this card ever comes back to 2, just play 2 of it. Like, you don't want to play any other True King besides that card. And then we're just playing 3 hand traps. We're just playing the 3 Gamma and the 1 Driver. So Gamma's obviously like the best hand trap in the deck. It's able to let you go first very consistently. It's also a pretty decent hand trap going second that you would like to resolve to be able to stop key play and then basically kill them next turn. So really good going first and going second in this deck. But that's it for the monsters. And then for the spells, we're playing 3 Fossil Dig, of course, 2 Double Evolution Pill. These are standard just engine cards that you have to play. So nothing much to be said about that. You definitely need to play 2 Pill. I think 3 is too much and 1 is too little. And then Field Spell Engine is 2 Lost World, 1 Diagram, 1 terraforming, and the 1 set rotation. Now, I was considering adding another field spell just to get off of set rotation, but to be honest with you, I feel like most of the time you should just side set rotation out. The main reason I'm scared of set rotation is if you ever play the Mirror, because it's a really popular deck right now. If you ever play Dinos, you really don't have a good field spell to give them. You'd probably have to give them the Lost World and then just get blown out game 1. Because usually when you use set rotation to get Diagram, it's your 3rd copy basically. It is what it is. It sucks. Like, you have to give them Lost World and then you have to deal with their Lost World. But there are ways that we can do that, so it's not like the worst thing. But yeah, set rotation is not ideal in the Mirror, but pretty much in every other thing it is. So we still play it. The one called by the Grave, you have to play it along with your Gamma. I think it's 100% mandatory. It's really, really good at dealing with Lancia, stuff like that. So people are actually main decking that card, which is wild. I was main decking it in BA for a little while, to be honest with you. Then you're playing 1 Foolish Burial and 1 1-for-1. Now, this might seem a little odd, but these cards literally say Diagram on them, so we're going to play them. So Foolish Burial says send a miscellaneous source from deck to grave, and then you can summon Archo and pop a baby. Obviously, you don't get the discard effect. But if you have full combo already, you can use Foolish Burial as an extender to send Giant Rex, and then you're able to end on a different board. So normally the board we end on is UCT with the borrelsavage dragon with the Needlefiber going into the Formula Synchron during your opponent's turn, into the satellite warrior, and then you have a baby that can be popped with UCT to get a follow-up from there. Now, with the Foolish Burial, if you have the Giant Rex either in hand or the Foolish Burial in hand, you can send the Giant Rex to the grave, and then I believe you end up with an Appaloosa with a UCT and a Herald, if I remember correctly. But it's something with a Herald. It's definitely UCT Heralds. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno with Herald and something else. I'd have to play it out again, but there's definitely like crazy extending plays that you can do in this list. Absolutely nuts. And then 1-for-1 is basically Ignimizud. Again, it's basically Ignimizud, but just not a body. But the fact that you can just use 1-for-1, discard a monster, which is basically what this card is doing, and then summon Archo instead of summoning this, it's basically using this card basically just says, okay, we're gonna basically do Archo's effect, but not be restricted by fire type, the fire attribute, and then also search out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this card literally searches Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It's just ridiculous. So like, I have no idea why you would play this card unless you like were super scared of bricking. And then the final 3 cards of the main deck are the 3 Cosmic Cyclone. So I actually kind of like thought about it, but like the best decks right now are Eldritch, Zoo, you got Dragon Link, you got a couple other decks, the Dogmatica deck with the fusions and stuff like that. And literally and even dinos with Mystic Mine. Literally every deck, this card is useful against. So I really think going second, this card's pretty good. And going first, like setting this card, it's actually pretty strong too, because you can just like hit a random, like for example, for Dragon Link going first, they activate, this is the card's literally a negate, because they activate Dragon's Ravine and then you just flip Cosmic Cyclone and banish it. It's really, obviously really good at outing Mystic Mine, and yeah, like I just, like, I don't know, prove me wrong. Is it not a good main deck option? I'm not sure, but I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Let's get on to the extra deck here. So the one Needlefiber, I'm going to call this thing Needlefiber, dude. Screw the Christian Halqifibrax. Needlefiber is this card's name. Obviously busted. This deck, I think can abuse it pretty well. Not as much as other decks, but I do think that we do take advantage of it pretty well. So yeah, really, really strong. And then the one Linkuriboh and the one Secure Gardener for when we get into weird situations where we draw our tuner. We want to be able to do this to do our normal UCT plus dolka plus a Secure Gardener and a baby board. That's like the standard play I feel like you do most of the time after the fact. Then we are playing a couple Nightmares. We are playing one Phoenix and one Unicorn because you need at least one Link 2 to do OTK sometimes. And it's a really nice play where you go ahead and make Linkuriboh, and then you make a Phoenix underneath it, pop a back row, draw a card, and then go ahead into borrelsavage dragon. I mean, not borrelsavage dragon, but at that point you would go into Secure Guard. Now that's 2,900 on board, plus your dolka and your UCT is plenty to kill them. So, yep, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. And then obviously the Unicorn's pretty good. I just think it's a random, like, generic card that's pretty nice. And then the Appaloosa doesn't come up a whole lot, but I did with testing. This deck is pretty resilient to things like Droll and Lancia. Appaloosa actually comes up when you're playing against Lancia. You're actually able to loop your Plague Spreader, which is pretty funny, and able to summon this card. So if they ever Lancia, you just kind of laugh at them because you got your Needlefiber in the extra deck. Then we're playing the Formula, the Herald, the Stardust Charge Warrior, the borrelsavage, the Omega, and the Satellite Warrior. A lot of synchros, a lot of white cards. So these cards are awesome. This card you get off Needlefiber lets you go into this. This card comes up in random scenarios. You can also go into this on purpose as like a different combo tree. If you're playing a deck that you think really loses to this card, you can protect it with UCT. It would probably be this, and UCT. You can go into charge. This card's part of the main combo. This card's part of the main combo. This card's off of, obviously off of Gamma, but you can just go into it if you want to instead of this. And then this card is absolutely disgusting, obviously, so not much needs to be said. And then finally your three rank 4s rather. So Dolka, Lagia, and Dweller. I feel like you could probably fit a couple more of these in here. But where I'm at, like, maybe I'll cut the Unicorn. Like, I could see myself cutting Unicorn, but I really just like sometimes Needlefiber being able to go into Unicorn for free and then discard to get a card off the field. I think that's really nice. I'm not sure if it's worth the utility of, like, adding another XYZ. Maybe, like, add another Dweller. I actually don't have another Dolka. I used to have 2 Dolka, but I got rid of it. I traded it away. But maybe an extra Dweller in the extra instead of the Unicorn. Not really sure, but overall it's been pretty good for me so far, so can't complain too much. But yeah, that is actually it for the list, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the list. You guys can go ahead and check my combo video out where I show a combo on the channel earlier of this deck. This deck's pretty sick, and I think that with Cosmic Cyclone as an addition to the main deck, I think it's a lot easier to deal with the meta. I think this deck loses to back row quite a bit, so definitely don't think it's a bad idea to be playing back row removal. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.